they mention different name, mention Kaya Kata Sati. You know, Kaya Kata Sati. The Lord Buddha has preached in Puparam, and he have mentions about the benefit of practicing Kaya Kata Sati. Is very, very significant. Yeah, even in Satipatthana Sutta, the Lord Buddha have mentioned that there are 7 benefits. There are 7 benefits to practice in the Satipatthana Sutta. But according to the Kaya Kata Sati, the Lord Buddha have mentioned that you can get the benefit, 10 benefits. It's very, very much, mean a lot of benefit, even more than the Satipatthana Sutta. But I have note somewhere, I trying to reach it, but I can't check it where it is. But I will remember some of them, but not exactly by number, true number. But I try to check where I have note down about the 10 benefits of practicing the Kaya Kata Sati. It's very interesting. 32? Okay, but they have no mention in the Satipatthana Sutta, but I have different reference in another direct Kaya Kata Sati. It's not the Kaya Anupassana Satipatthana. It's a different, because the Kaya Anupassana Satipatthana, there are 14. Yeah, there are 14 the objects that you can practice according to the Kaya Anupassana Satipatthana. But according to the Kaya Kata Sati, is separate, different sutta. I try not to check it where I have note down. I have note about 2-3 years ago in my notebook, because it's very interesting. Very interesting about the Kaya Kata Sati. Yeah. Well, now I found it on my page number 60. Because the benefit of the practicing of Kaya Kata Sati, there are 10. Number one, but I have not in Thai, but I will try to translate my best for you to understand about in English. Because if anyone interesting, you can go and make yourself research and investigate and read about the Kaya Kata Sati in the Tipitaka. Number one, you have more patience and you have a lot of blissness, and you never overcome by the defilement. Mean, what are the defilement? We call 6 of Nivarana. Do you remember? What is the first one of the Nivarana? Kama Shanta, right? If you are practicing in Kaya Kata Sati, you never overcome by the Kama Shanta, because you always blissness, mean you always happiness with your practicing of looking in your Kaya Kata Sati. What is the object you practicing in your body? For example, you look at the Mahaputa, 4 Mahaputa. What are the 4 Mahaputa? The 4 elements? Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo. That's why when you are going to ordain to become a Buddhist monk or Buddhist novice, doesn't matter, most of the Upachaya have given you the object to practice. Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo, like a Kesa, Loma, Naka, Tanta, Tajo, Danta, Naka, Loma, Kesa. This is the practice of the Kayakata Sati. The first, that means you will have more patience and could not overcome by the Kamachanta, Payapata, Tinamitta, Uttaja, Ukutja, and Vichikitja lesson. And the second benefit, the Lord Buddha have mentioned in Kayakata Sati that you will have more patience to be afraid. For example, the earthquake over there, but you never shake your mind, never shake your body, because you are firm with the patience that we call in Thai อดทน or sorry อดกลั้นต่อภัย mean you will be more patient to be not afraid of any dangers. Even someone point the gun in your head, you never afraid because of you are practicing in Kayakata Sati. And even the strong sun, even the heavy rains or anything, you will have no afraid of those. The third is have more patience about the winters, mean the cold or the hot, or someone say abuse to you. For example, in the Western style, F-U-C-K-U, someone say a bad word to you. Someone say a bad word to you, but you never change your mind, you never have the furious, you have never angry, because you have more patience because of the practice of Kayakata Sati. Number 4, you will be sure to gain the contemplation. You know contemplation? Chana. Mean from the Patoma Chana, Tutiya Chana, Tatiya Chana, and up to Chatuta Chana or Panchama Chana. All these you 100% you will gain by practicing the Kayakata Sati. Number 5, you will have supernatural power. Supernatural powers. What are the supernatural powers? Do you remember? For example, you have the divine eye. You know divine eye? You can see through things, even the wall. Yeah, Tipitaka, very good. And the 6th one, and you will have divine ear. You know divine ear? Tipasota. Number 7, you will get to know the other minds of the other. Mean? Mana. No. Manapa. Sorry. I forget exactly. Parachita? No. Parachita. Itiviti. Manomayiti. Yeah, you will have the supernatural powers in your mind, and you gain to know the others, or even you go to know even how many defilement, how many lust, how many illusion, how many hatred in your mind. You know through yourself because of the practicing of the Kayakata Sati. Number 7 already. Number 8, you will get to know the previous your body. We call the 5 aggregate last previous life. You were born as a human being, you were born as a god, the divinity, or you born as an animal. Doesn't matter. That we call Puppe Nivasana Stiyana. You will sure to gain that according to the practicing of Kayakata Sati. Number 9, you gain according to the word that Chutupapatayan. You go to know about this being, have to move from this body to get another body, from another body to another body, from another being to another being, like this. We call the Jatupapatayan according to the three vichar, Pupenivasanustiyana, Jatupapatayana, and Asavakayana, according to the Lord Buddha. And number 10, you will be sure to gain Ceto Vimutti. You know what is Ceto Vimutti? Ceto Vimuttiyana. That means Vimutti is deliverance. Deliverance means your wisdom gain to know about the defilements in your mind is still or is gone. You will come to know by the Ceto Vimut, means you are an expert in your mind. That's why the Buddha said, Handatani Bhikkhave Kayakata Sati. If the bhikkhu practices more and more, then you will be attained to all these 10 benefits of the Kayakata Sati. This is very, very excellent, and I think I will not go in deeper because I will have only 1 hour for this first, and after that I will hand over to you. You can practicing your experience. I don't know why this not charging. Backside of the class, can you hear the talkings? Okay. And in the Anapanabhappam, there is also translate here. I think you can go through again, but what is the breathing in and breathing out? But it's only wondering that breathing in long like this or breathing in short, according to the translate, is by the Venerable, I'm not quite sure, it's by the Bodhiyana or some. This is not too bad. It translates quite good. But only one thing, it translates, it's not word by word. It's not translate word by word. But according to I myself, I usually been a Pali student. We have two kinds of the translation. The first kind of the translation mean word by word. But this translation, they take only the meaning. Take only meaning, not exactly word by word. Because of that, more easier for you to read. But if you want to get deeper in the meaning, I prefer to translate word by word. It's better. For example, like Itipiso Bhagava, Arahang Samma, like this. What I have heard, or what is the fame that the Lord Buddha are the most luckiest one, and how is Arahanta be far away from the defilement. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava. Sambuddho, Samma Sambuddho means he gained enlightenment by himself. Like this, we take word by word and then translate the meaning by one meaning through another meaning. Like this, I'm preferring that better. But according to, we are not an expert in English. We get from the other translators. But it's okay, at least we know the meaning. At least we know the meaning. And even not too deep, but okay, we can practice again and again, not today, but in the future. For example, like the number 274 to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Sappakaya patisamvedim, you know, the sappakaya patisamvedin passasisamiti. Sikhati mean sikhati. What's the meaning sikhati? Study. You study what? Study. Passasamiti mean you are breathing in through the body. When you are breathing in long in your body, the whole body will be awake, and you know where is your breathing is got through the whole body. And some of the master, I think because of this, some master have developing the idea to practice like when you're breathing in and then you block the wind for long in your body. Then the wind trying to go some part in your body. Sometimes it go in your ear, go out through your ear. That means the way of this practicing, it depends on the master. For example, like I heard from another master like Dr. Koenka. You know Koenka?
Yeah.
And the Dr. Koenka, he was in Myanmar before, right?
Yeah.
And due to he wanted to practice Buddhist meditation because he got his migraine. And he wanted to release his migraine, but when he went to meet the teachers, I'm not quite sure. His teacher is Sisayado or someone. I'm not quite sure. But when the master asking him, why did you want to practice? I wanted to cure my migraine. Then he said, go. Because the meditation is not for cure migraine. The meditation is just to cure the suffering. Then he didn't understand. Then he came back home. And after he think for some days, then suffering is a migraine. Migraine is a suffering. Then he go back again and practicing the meditation. These kinds of meditation, it be intermingled between the samatha and vipassana. But in Thailand, someone tried to say that if practice samatha, then vipassana have to be separate. But according to the Satipatthana Sutta, when you are practicing like rising up and falling down, means you concentrate in one breathing. That is samatha. But when you gain more and more concentrate, then you understand we call the three characteristics. Role mean anicca, dukkha, and anatta. That is the part of vipassana. But most of the people, they don't understand. I think even I myself, when I was a novice, I didn't understand. And I practicing and I gained this, but due to I ran out of my knowledge. I don't know, but I gained this, but I don't know how to go on. That's why I missed the point. When I missed the point, my kamachanta, my payapata, my nivarana, my uttacca, kukucca, and vicikicca is overcome. Because of that, I lost my opportunity. I lost my opportunity. I think if we have opportunity to study about Satipatthana Sutta clearly and understand completely from the beginning up to the noble, mean at the beginning up to be the noble Sangha or noble one, you will never lose your way. But due to the systems of the studying are different. Not like the times of the Buddha. When the times of the Buddha, someone ordained to become a Buddhist novice or Buddhist monk, doesn't matter. he or they will stay with the master. If they have any problem, if they have any obstacle, if they have any questioning, they can go direct to the master. The master can guide the way immediately to go beyond that obstacle. But due to today, we don't have that system, or we didn't have that opportunity much to everyone. Some of the monks live in the countryside very, very far, and very hard to find down the master, the experienced master, and maybe some lucky get a book, 1 or 2 books in the temple, and read and art and study with some of the teachers who may not too expert. The teachers only reach to that position. The teachers can give only that much. That means not lucky to everyone. But today, I think many experts in meditation and many experts in the other. For example, even there are few expert master, but the expert master have opportunity to record on the video or on the social media and spreading all over the world. If one understands the language, mean if the Thai people get opportunity to listen about the masters who have given the lecture, then the disciple have record and they can study from that social media or YouTube or TV. It's a different situation. As the same I said that this day, most of the people in this day can be either the most lucky at one or the most lost opportunity one. For example, if we assume the social media, if we take only social media for assume the Kama Chanta, mean instead of studying the teaching of the master through Tipitaka or through master who an expert in the local and have record. But a lot of challenge also in the social media because some of the Kama Chanta is more interesting than the teachings of the master. For example, during the violence in Thailand, from the first one who been teachers in the school, the managers robbed the gold shop, right? And more interesting than the teachings of Buddha. And someone killed the people in Korat and take over the terminal building, and all the media taken the video and live social media. That's more interesting than the teachings of Buddha. Why? Because most of the people are interested in Kama Chanta more than noble truth or four noble truth. Yeah. That is, we can either say, or we can neither say that these periods of the digital age is the most lucky and the most disadvantaged for the people also, because it's not easy for the one who is always pay attention to the teachings of Buddha. For example, if we don't have the class for the Buddhist Meditation 6 in MCU, you probably never get opportunity to study about Satipatthana Sutta. And you may following the coronavirus, or better following the someone taken over another country. For example, like in Africa, the coup or the robber taken over the city, and the news is more interesting. And by the way, not just only that, even the Hollywood make a movie, and the movie more interesting than the teachings of Buddha. But if we compare studying about the teachings of Buddha and we pay attention to the Hollywood, which one is more attractive? That's why the teachings of Buddha, especially for the one we are studying right now, Mahasatipatthana Sutta, is nothing to make us attraction to the Satipatthana Sutta. Only that one is already, experience the world. For example, the old age people, or the one who's always getting disappointed about the life. Suppose, like you, because all of you still young and still think that my life going to be more brighter in the future, and I better watch something to make my life going to be better in the future. Instead of, I'm not going to study about the teachings of Buddha, because the teachings of Buddha, even in Satipatthana Sutta, have mentioned that if anyone with the way of life that the life is so pretty, the life is so happy, everything is beautiful, everything is nice. But the Lord Buddha have said that if one who is a thing in that way, for example, I'm still young, I'm still handsome, I can go on more and more my life. Why do I have to pay attention to things about Kayanupassana? Because the Lord Buddha said that Kayanupassana means about your hair, nothing permanent in your hair. About your physical body, nothing permanent in your physical body. But what you learn, you understood that, true. But for a few hours later, if you found someone beautiful, the world is still beautiful. And if you think about yourself, my health is better, today my health is better, I can go on and I will make my life better. I will do exercise, I will eat the good food, I will practice exercise for the sport to make my life better. But you see how many people were born into the world? Since the times of Buddha up to now, even the Buddha himself, the great masters of gods and men, what he have mentioned? Handadani Bhikkhave, and then Kayavaya Dhamma Sankhara Apamadena Sambadeta. Oh bhikkhus, be aware, hurry up. The day means dying. The day or the decays of this body will coming to you soon. No footprint in the sky. No footprint to tell you that you're going to die tomorrow, after tomorrow. That is the mention, the last breath of Lord Buddha before he passed away. But we studying and we understood that. But after some day, okay, today we're going to eat the good food and our health will be better. And in the future, we can expect to be that and expect to be this. I think most of the people think in that way. Not just only us, the other also. Since the day of Buddha gained enlightened up to today, no other master to say that Handadani Bhikkhave, then pe Kayavaya Dhamma Sankhara Apamadena Sampateta. Even the modern day the scientific, trying every way to solve the problems of the world and solve the problems of the universe. But most of the scientific trying to search for another planet to bring the human being to live in that world. Instead of one of the scientists